The range is a special place for me. Every corner you look, you have a track, you have everything you want to do. I was living in Turin, and in Turin we have just 1 or 2 tracks to train. We are a great group, I think. A group of friends train together every day is helping us to grow together, and our potential is always increasing.
The academy started at the beginning of 2013, from the idea to help other Italian riders to arrive at the top or to race in MotoGP.
Avevamo una nostra missione interna, che era quella di cercare di riportare un po' il motociclismo italiano a qualche anno prima, no? Quando c'erano Vale, Dovizioso, Melandri, c'erano talenti importanti in Italia.
We give to them my experience. We try to make perfect training for becoming a MotoGP rider. They start like 9:30 and they train in the morning with Carlo until 1 o'clock. Long training, time attack, and especially at the end we make the Americana race where we fight a lot together.
Bagnaia, Marco Bezzecchi, Frankie Morbidelli and Luca Marini.
Guys that they picked up as teenagers, very, very raw, clearly talented. When they moulded them, they've developed them and nurtured them into guys that are winning world championships, winning MotoGP races at the highest level, the pinnacle of the sport.
Franco Morbidelli is your 2017 Moto2 World Champion.
The VR46 Academy has its first Grand Prix champion.
Pure ecstasy. Rossi and the Mooney VR46 Ducati team celebrate their first podium finish in MotoGP. What a top ride that was from Marco Bezzecchi. Marini taking his first Grand Prix podium in MotoGP. Pecco Bagnaia, 2022 MotoGP World Champion.
Now stop loud.
Chapter 2 of 20 comes from northern Argentina and the fast and demanding Termatru Hondo track. The message loud and clear, wasn't it, from Ducati and Pecco Bagnaia in Portimao last weekend? Catch us if you can. Can you believe it? Just out the corner of our picture there, Pecco Bagnaia has made a mistake, a big mistake. He was in second place, the number 1 in the gravel trap here, head in hands for Davide Tardozzi.
Immediately, we're all kind of thinking, who may well emerge, who may come out of the shadows and really grasp this opportunity.
Marco Bezzecchi is the MotoGP winner for the very first time here in Argentina.
The first Grand Prix win is huge. You've been working most of your life to achieve it.
It takes so much belief, you take so much confidence when you win that first race in MotoGP. It's like, I can do it. You're strutting around like a peacock. You feel like you can walk on water.
Ciao mamma.
Grazie, ma tuo figlio è uno spettacolo.
Ultima gara della mattina, quella della Junior Cityar del laziale Davide Pizzoli, che ha preceduto Marco Bezzecchi.
È stata una gara molto bella.
Bezzecchi, la doppietta, gara 1, gara 2, quindi leadership di campionato.
Sono contentissimo.
Marco's just got something that a little bit different. You know, he looks like a bit of a rock star. You know, you can imagine if he puts the top hat on, he looks a bit like Slash out of Guns N' Roses. He's got the earring, he's just got that different vibe about him, like he's a bit of a cooler guy.
Marco è un ragazzo, si dice quello della porta accanto, no? È un ragazzo veramente normale, normalissimo, un romagnolo doc, proprio come lui è proprio il romagnolo, quindi uno molto verace, uno molto istintivo, uno molto sincero.
You know, comes from a very, very humble background. His father is a truck repair, runs a truck repair shop in Italy. He's always with Marco at his side.
La famiglia di Bezzecchi sono una famiglia fantastica, di gente seria, di gente che la vita se l'è sudata lavorando, e questi valori qua, che secondo me sono dei valori molto importanti. La famiglia, Vito Bezzecchi è riuscito a trasmetterli a Marco, al figlio, e quindi sono veramente belli e piacevoli da stare insieme.
Buongiorno. Sì, mi dispiace che adesso sarà 24 a capito con te.
Va bene, dai. Lui per fortuna è simpatico, se no lo mandavamo via calci nel culo.
Bello.
Impressiona avere il profilo così vicino.
Sì, perché non l'avevo neanche mai visto io da vicino.
Bez surprised me a lot of times. He was always quite fast, but not smart.
Here comes Bezzecchi, so good.
Bezzecchi take the lead.
Is the sprint star here?
He did a big step from the first season, and especially now is one of the fastest.
Grazie.
And is for sure a top rider in MotoGP.
Cosa senti se me lo championship leader?
Oh, adesso sinceramente non ci ho proprio pensato, però sono contento, guarda, è un'emozione incredibile. Però sono più contento per la vittoria.
Può essere, non dico il primo rivale, comunque un candidato serio a giocarsi contro il titolo, per come la vedi?
Sicuramente. Adesso è il primo campionato, quindi sì.
Para mí que es un líder más sólido de lo que parece, porque es un muy buen piloto, un talento de futuro, con una de las mejores, si no la mejor moto de la parrilla, así que hay que contar con él.
Non ci credo, però.
The way that the Bagnaia-Bezzecchi rivalry might develop over the course of the season is going to be really fascinating, of course, because they're so close. They train together, they have English lessons together, they eat together. You know, they are so close-knit.
Sono due persone che sono sempre andate molto d'accordo, hanno sempre avuto un rapporto fantastico quando erano piccolini, anche fuori dall'allenamento uscivano insieme, ma come adesso lo facevano quando avevano 15 anni.
If someone put a camera on us on the days at home, is something to like a soap opera.
Che culo che te non t'alleni lunedì. We try always to joke with us, to keep the competitivity really high. Dai, sempre lì, vai basta.
When one make a better lap time, he stop and go to the other one and say, oh, look at the lap time. You never do this, you know?
Queste erano le condizioni dove facevamo i nostri primi giri, tutte le curve gomitate, queste condizioni qua. Peccato che non ci sei.
Ti va bene che non ci sono?
Ti va bene a te?
Tutto il giorno sembrano moglie e marito, si dice in italiano, no? Tutto il giorno a dirgli adesso vado a Barcellona, te le do, te a Barcellona non avrai grip, io curva 1 freno più forte di te, io faccio più forte l'ultima curva, è tutto il giorno così, papam.
He said to me when we were there in Portimao that put your number 1 in the bike, because it will remain for just 1 year, because then comes to me.
The reality is that we are not friends anymore.
Oh, really? Is it like that?
Yeah. We ended our friendship.
So maybe at the end of the season you can talk again as friends.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
You're friends off the bike, but when you pull the helmet on, they're your competitor.
The riders have a big ego in general, because it's a one-man sport, you know? So it's not easy to manage.
We'll stay amicable until it comes down to the last races in the championship, and then there's so much at stake that you'll have to put a little wall up.
MotoGP World Championship coming to you from the circuit of the Americas in Austin. Really good start from pole position again by Pecco Bagnaia. He's making work. Oh, Pecco Bagnaia has crashed again out of the lead. I can't believe what I am seeing.
Everybody is looking at the screens going, what on earth is happening?
Is he feeling the pressure of the number one place?
Mi piacerebbe sapervi dire cosa è successo, ma non lo so. Io cade, non so perché. Cade, non so perché. Cade, non so perché. Sarà mai possibile cadere, non so perché? Non ho mai avuto bisogno di niente. Poi tanto quello che cade sono io, quindi è colpa mia. Però non è possibile che da così. Non è possibile che sia sempre lo stesso. Sta regalando punti a tutti, così è facile. Via, prendeteli tutti.
Rins wins the Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas. What a ride by the LCR Honda man. Marco Bezzecchi keeps the World Championship lead with a hard-fought 6th place.
With Pecco Bagnaia crashing out of the lead, Bezzecchi does extend his World Championship lead to 11 points.
Pecco ha rifatto una fagianata oggi.
Ho capito che va a sopravvivere.
Sì, l'abbiamo portata a casa per paura, come i Marines, nelle paludi. Siamo venuti fuori con la baionetta. Sì, siamo usciti dalla palude con la baionetta in bocca. Bello, bellissimo, bravo. Sei stato eccezionale. Ieri e oggi bravissimo, non ho parlato.
I'm quite angry, disappointed, not with myself, because I'm 100% sure that it wasn't my fault. Poi sì, se va a quedar dentro por mucho esto. Però, vedremo. Bisogna tornare sempre più forti.
Igualmente sigue siendo el más rápido.
Però sino più veloce senza finire non serve a niente. Quindi devo migliorare lì.
Pecco Bagnaia arrives in Jerez, 2 crashes in a row, lots of question marks about him, lots of doubts about his ability to retain the World Championship. But the answer we get from Pecco is the answer from a world champion. He shows us just why he is the number one.
What a response this has been as well after his nightmare. Pecco Bagnaia, he wins the Spanish Grand Prix here in Jerez. Brilliant performance by the world champion.
When Pecco Bagnaia is on his A game, he's almost unbeatable. He's clearly the reference rider, clearly the number one.
Pecco Bagnaia, he wins here. Another masterpiece from him in Mugello.
But when things do go wrong, which does tend to happen a few times, it seems that Marco Bezzecchi is always there to pick up the pieces.
Bagnaia's gone down. Vinales and Bagnaia caught up in a tangle together. Steady on, boys. It's all getting a little bit heated here. The adrenaline is pumping through their veins. Marco Bezzecchi wins a phenomenal French Grand Prix. High drama.
Come si deve correre? Come si può correre? The things that put me angry is that we are demonstrating that we are always in the front, always one of the most competitive, one of with the more pace. But then I'm leading the championship by 1 point.
There's been a lot of points that have slipped through Pecco's fingers so far this year. He would have felt like his performances warranted and deserved much more than a 1 point lead in the championship.
In France, a new name gets added to the mix. Jorge Martin, the winner of Tissot Sprint.
For the first time in 2023, for the first time in the sprint era, Jorge Martin wins here in Le Mans.
And second in the race.
Jorge Martin takes second. It has been a very, very good French Grand Prix for the Spanish rider. Stunning recovery, a thumbs up on a memorable day for Pramac Racing.
Jorge Martin is a mix of talent, hard work, and he has all the skills to become a world champion.
It's been obvious that Jorge Martin has always been blessed with blisteringly raw speed, and it's been clear he's been destined to be a MotoGP superstar after he so brilliantly won the Moto3 World Championship in 2018.
There's your 2018 Moto3 World Champion, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations go to the Spaniard Jorge Martin. A Red Bull Rookie Champion, a Moto3 World Champion. What's next for the Martinator?
They don't call him the Martinator for nothing. Jorge Martin is a MotoGP winner.
If Jorge could add consistency to his game in 2023, he's going to be fighting for the World Championship.
Como Aleix, ¿no? Que no contáis conmigo.
No solo nosotros no contábamos, sino que a Pecco le preguntamos a principio de año, ¿a quién seguimos?
Tampoco, ¿no?
Y no dijo Martín.
Bueno, ya estoy, ya estoy. Ahora seguro que lo dice. Mola, ¿eh? De repente mola que flipas.
Este ya te gusta más, ¿eh?
Pero dicen que da mala suerte.
Dame.
Mirarla, ¿no?
Mirarla, no tocarla.
Ah, vale, pues me voy a poner lejos.
Martin is always fast.
Oh, Martin, look at that!
This year make a big step. In Pramac they have a factory bike, so they have a bit better.
That is an absolute showstopper from Jorge Martin. Where did that come from? There is sprint magic for Martin.
Com has vist el Martín?
Bé, molt
El
ràpid.
posem com a contender?
Yo le he ficat desde el principio, es lo que le toque.
Siempre he pensado que para mí, de todos los pilotos Ducati, es el que tiene más velocidad. Lo he dicho siempre, no ahora.
Más
Siempre.
incluso que Pecco.
Mucha más.
One good point of Jorge is his instinct. This year, I think he make a good step in front in terms of performance compared last year. He's doing a really great job. I think he's very competitive.
¿Te le están siguiendo mucho las cámaras ahora o qué?
No.
Estos buenos resultados.
Bueno, un poquillo más, pero no me entero. Tengo tantas cosas en la cabeza. Sí, voy a mi bola. Estamos de moda ahora, Rita. Hemos vuelto. Me suben al carro otra vez.
Not only Marco Bezzecchi
that came from a humble background. Jorge Martin came from tough beginnings as well. His parents, when the economic crisis came in 2008, 2009, they both lost their jobs, and Jorge was in a very difficult position. You know, there was no money to help launch his career, and Jorge has had to fight to get to the top, and I think that's why you see a guy who appreciates the success that he's having.
Que te están grabando, tía. ¿Tú qué? ¿Te gusta eso? My career wasn't easy when I was young. Was really difficult to progress and to make my place in some championships.
The Red Bull rookie selection in 2011 in Aragon. If he wasn't picked then, that was it. His racing career was finished. Can you imagine the pressure going to Aragon? Your MotoGP dreams just lying a few laps around Aragon. That's pressure. That's proper pressure.
This moment is very exciting. I'm very happy.
Joan Mir wins, but it is Jorge Martin that is the 2014 Red Bull Rookies Cup champion.
Aplausos desde Madrid. Ahí está Jorge Martin, campeón de la Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup 2014.
You never know if this race maybe somebody is watching you, or I can tell, for example, my manager, when I won in Mugello the Rookies Cup in 2014, he was looking at race, and that's the reason why he took me, and then I did the jump to the World Champions.
Martin! Has he done it? Yes, he's done it! Incredible. Jorge Martin in his second MotoGP appearance. What a lap, what a rider.
There's not many riders that come into MotoGP like Jorge did. Hey, we're already sort of thinking he's the next big star in MotoGP.
They were comparing me also with names like Lorenzo, Stoner or Marquez. For sure it was good because of the result I did, but it was bad because I was still a rookie and I thought I was, superhuman.
Martin finishes third, the rookie, in just his second ever Grand Prix.
But then in the third race I realized that I wasn't.
Oh, goodness me, big crash.
It's Jorge Martin, and he looks hurt, and he's on an outlap.
I broke like 9 bones with 4 surgeries in different parts of my body, so... When I arrived in Barcelona, I was thinking to quit because I said, it don't worth to have this pain and to suffer this much to be on a bike.
Even for a champion as Jorge, in such a difficult moment as this, it's impossible not to ask yourself, is it worth it?
I could, take the energy again, the motivation back to fight again for winning races. That was the thing I was thinking about.
And then, of course, last year in 2022, we thought he's fully fit, but it's the fact that he was overlooked for that factory Ducati seat last season. Ducati had a very difficult decision to make at the end of 2022. They had 2 amazingly talented young riders, both desperate to get into that factory team.
At the start of 2022, Jorge Martin was the favorite to become a Ducati factory rider.
Futuro, ahora mismo, ¿dónde tienes?
¿Cuándo te dirán algo sobre tu futuro?
These 2 races ahead will be, I think, the most important of my career.
Tension is building.
It's Martin versus Bastianini for a factory Ducati seat in 2023. There's more than just pride and points at stake here. These 2 are fighting for the most sought-after seats in MotoGP in 2023. Oh, he goes down! Can you believe it? Martin goes down. Enea Bastianini. He's already won one important race so far this season, hasn't he? And that's the race to join Pecco Bagnaia in that factory Ducati team confirmed last week. The Beast did beat Jorge Martin in that showdown for that coveted seat to replace Jack Miller.
All just came down to the fact purely on the basis that Enea Bastianini won more Grand Prix. There was very little between them. Enea won 4 Grand Prix. He was the superstar at Gresini.
Okay.
Clearly Jorge thought he'd done enough. He thought he deserved that ride. And he let Ducati know how frustrated he was through the media, through his interviews.
Lo que más rabia me da o estoy más disgustado es que no, es como si no hubiesen estado dentro del box, que es donde de verdad se vive todo, ¿no? Y solo hayan decidido cómo se decide una persona larga. Y eso es lo único que me ha molestado un pelín, pero bueno.
He's using that now as a positive energy. It's a motivation to sort of go to Ducati. You guys really screwed up. You made a mistake. You know, you should have picked me. I was your go-to man.
I am super motivated. We will try to win the title. We will try to make history, the first independent rider to make it.
Come on, vamos!
Never in MotoGP history has a rider in an independent team won the championship. Can you imagine if later in this season Jorge wins the championship, the looks on the faces of Paolo Ciabatti and G. Delinia having not picked him for the factory team?
It has been a Jorge Martin masterclass. Jorge Martin wins.
Al final tengo todo, o sea, no tengo la velocidad, tengo la moto, tengo un gran equipo y si todo va como debe y vamos acabando carreras, podremos pelearlo.
Welcome back to Germany. Good afternoon, everyone. Lights out, full throttle, and we are underway. Here comes Martin. Side by side, aren't they, in the braking zone for turn number 12. Here he comes. The world champion in P1.
Martin is quicker. Bagnaia getting into a good position now to line up Martin. He's going to have a good run onto the home stretch.
Here comes Pecco Bagnaia. They come on line side by side. Oh, inches in it. How close was that? But it's Jorge Martin who takes a Saxon ring stunner.
Bagnaia's lead is cut to 16 points over Jorge Martin. Any questions we had about Jorge Martin's MotoGP championship credentials, I think they've all been answered over the last 24 hours.
I feel like Pecco is a moment that can manage, to finish second, to finish third. He can, decide a bit if he can take the risk or not. While at the same point, I need to risk a little bit more to recover those points. I feel for sure that I can arrive. I feel like I will arrive.
Lunga, Quasi 2 anni, Dio. Era ora.
Ti sono venuto addosso il penultimo giro, ma l'ultimo giro.
Io ho visto la TV, ma non ho sentito niente. Perché era onda, mi ha fatto così,
Perché alla fine davanti forse eri al limite.
Io no. E se ero dietro te, io penso, dico, disastro. Per quello ho voluto stare davanti. Bella, bella.
He's got the bike, he's fit, he's healthy, he's got the experience. There's nothing now that can stop Jorge Martin.
Voy a conseguir uno de estos, tío. En casa, tío. No tengo ninguno. Este, brother. La victoria.
Te lo conseguiré.
Esto solo. ¡Lo ha dicho! ¡Me lo conseguirá! ¡Me lo conseguirá!
Tú me tienes que conseguir otra cosa.
What he's showing now is what we've expected. Pecco Bagnaia has said that this is the Jorge Martin he expected.
Jorge, se le puede ganar el mundial a Pecco.
Si no lo pensase, no intentaría.
No estamos tan lejos. Queda mucho, queda mucho. Hay que soñar.
I don't know if we'll be this year, next year, in 2 years, but for sure my only target in life is to be MotoGP World Champion, and I will fight for it.
¿Te preocupa que te cierren el equipo en un momento dado?
No creo. Yo creo que sé que Ducati confía en mí. O sea, sé que aunque esté en Pramac, saben mi potencial, saben hasta dónde puedo llegar y bueno, espero que confíen en que puedo ganar y pelearlo con Pecco.
3 Ducati stars fighting for the World Championship. It's an amazing position to be in, but it's a tough position to be in as well. As the season moves forward and we get close to finding out who's going to be the World Champion, it's going to be fascinating to see how Ducati manages that difficult challenge of having 3 different riders fighting for the World Championship.